Hello YouTubers and welcome to Novus Talks with me, your host Novus Talks. And in this episode we've got more Metroid news to discuss. This time we're not going to be talking about Metroid Prime 4. We're going to be talking about a rumor about a potential new 2D Metroid game that's in development. So that being said, I'll get right into it. So a couple of weeks ago, there was a whole rumor with the Super Metroid remake that was coming to Nintendo Switch. To me, that was obviously complete bullshit because when Samus Returns came out, Nintendo said very clear that they weren't going to be doing more Metroid remakes. So to me, that said enough about that. But the latest rumor comes from some new leaker who I'm not very familiar with his track record. I think Sabi is his name, or his username. And he claims that there's a new Paper Mario game coming out this year that will be more back to basics like the original Paper Mario games. And that there is a quote-unquote new 2D Metroid game coming out that is related to Metroid Fusion. Now that sent everyone crazy, and I found it pretty interesting because while there is no real proof to it, the idea that fusion related game could be coming to Switch is interesting. It provides a lot for discussion because that could mean a number of things. To me, even though Nintendo said they won't do any more remakes, knowing how Nintendo disappoint people, they'll probably end up doing a Fusion remake, and that would be very disappointing, and I hope they don't. I'd rather not get any new Metroid games instead of getting another shitty remake, but that might happen. They could be doing like a spin-off tied into Metroid Fusion, like something with the SAX or a game set between Other M and Fusion. Or the best option, the one that everyone wants, Metroid Dread or Metroid 5, whatever you want to call it, same game. That's finally happening. And I want to believe this is true, but I don't want to get my hopes up. And I personally cannot see, with all the effort Nintendo are putting into Metroid Prime 4, that they're also making another Metroid game that's either coming out this year or is going to be announced this year, because they haven't even worked on the Metroid Prime trilogy for Switch or anything. They've just been focusing on Metroid Prime 4, so to me I doubt they'd work on Metroid Dread, because that's such a big game that, well, it's not big in a sense of scale, but in terms of story and what it means for the franchise, Metroid Dread would be a big step forward in the franchise, because it would be the first new game we've had since 2002, as it would be the latest game in the timeline, and it would take the story further beyond what we've ever seen before. And so I'd really like to see that, and it's on the Switch as well, so that could open up possibilities about what they couldn't do before. But will they actually do it is the question about all this, and I'm not really sure. To me, there just isn't enough evidence to suggest that Nintendo are working on any other Metroid game other than Prime 4. It could be too early to say. Some people are saying that this rumor later went on to say that it was indeed a sequel to Fusion. This is all fan theories. People were claiming the Metroid Prime trilogy was confirmed for Nintendo Switch. It didn't happen. It was never announced. They claimed it was going to be announced like 4 or 5 times. Never happened. All these price listings and stuff for like eBay, they were all nonsense. Never turned out to be anything. So as regards to rumors around Metroid Prime, I'm already completely on the disbelieving side. And to me, why would it be any different this time around? I've seen nothing of this rumor to suggest that Metroid Dread is actually happening right now. I mean, it's probably in development at some point, but I don't know. I don't think they're going to release it now. I'd love if they did. if they dropped Metroid Dread now and then like Prime 4 next year or something, that would be insane. But I feel like it would take away from what people want from Metroid Prime. Because when Prime comes out, people are going to be too focused on what Metroid Dread has done with its story. So it creates some problems if they actually do that. But I don't know, I'm just throwing my thoughts and theories out here. It's what immediately comes to mind when I hear these rumors or people claiming that these rumors actually mean something. If both the Paper Mario and the Metroid rumors turn out to be true, I'll be delighted. But I can't really... It's too early. Like, if some other, like... If there's something with evidence comes out, then I might be leaning to more the side of believing it. But it's just interesting to keep this on the note now, because we are near the end of January, and this is the third time I've posted about Metroid news. So it's kind of interesting that Metroid news and rumors are just coming at us like that right away. So it's interesting times. It's definitely worth keeping an eye on. Another thing I'm kind of put off by the rumor is that the Paper Mario bit, because Paper Mario had a crossover with Mario and Luigi. That was the last Paper Mario game, and I personally loved that game. It's one of my I think it's one of the best Mario and Luigi games. But why that's important is because Mario and Luigi's developer Alpha Dream went bankrupt, and Nintendo recently filed a trademark for the game, for the series rather. So that means they could be doing a new Mario and Luigi game instead of... So if they're doing that, why would they do Paper Mario when they've said in the past that they only want to do one RPG series? Maybe will they do another crossover, or maybe they'll probably do games for both series. Who really knows? It's a lot of speculation. We don't really know anything. But I just thought I'd throw that out there. It'll be interesting to see now. If we get a proper direct soon, probably not. I feel like the next direct we get will probably be like an Animal Crossing one. But if we get a proper direct between now and E3, I mean, we'll probably get one in like March or April. Then it'll be interesting to see if Metroid makes any sort of appearance, or Paper Mario, or anything to indicate that this rumor is true. And hey, if it comes to E3 and Metroid Dread is announced, or the trilogy is announced, or both, or Dread and something else, it's a win-win for everyone in that case. But until something like that happens, I'm keeping my hopes down. Like I said in my first video for 2020, I don't want to get my hopes up. Like, I've been devastated by like all the news in the past about Metroid Prime 4 being like restarted. To the point where like it's not even worth getting hyped for until there's actually something concrete to go off of. But with that being said, that's where I think I'm going to leave it at. Let me know down the comments section below what you guys think. Have you seen this rumor? Do you think we're getting Metroid Dread? Do you think it is Dread, or do you think it's some other fusion-related Metroid game? When do you think we'll hear about it? All this sort of stuff. Let me know down in the comment section below. And so yeah, thank you all for watching, and please subscribe.